All the main actors, anyway.
Alright,
I don't know about
Coconut
Coconut
Head.
Head. I don't know about Coconut Head.
Coconut Head looks gross. What do you want?
I mean, he looked gross in the original, but
We're
this is
live.
Coconut Head.
Oh, what are they gonna do?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 86 of Fall As They May, where we judge the actors of Dead's Declassified.
She's fucking attractive, okay?
Specifically, Ned's Declassified from Ned's Declassified.
Devin
Yeah,
Heiser, or whatever the heck you spell.
You looked it up, Eric. You didn't know off the top of your head what
Yes,
the
I
guy's
did,
name from
Luke.
Ned's Declassified was.
Yes, I
Hey,
did.
Von
don't fucking
Horkheimer.
lie to
In his
me.
heart.
Luke, Luke, unlike you, I'm a true fan. I know all the actors' names.
Name them then.
I
Who plays
love
Cookie?
Animal Crossing.
Who plays the bully?
That's
It was a bully?
We'll answer at the speed of search engine.
that's Tony over there. That's Sarge.
What about the woodshop teacher, huh? Who plays that guy?
That's Major.
Major.
Major? Major who?
It's just Major.
Ground
Major
control to
fucking
major
problems for this-
workshop teacher.
Major fucking problems for the stream right now. That's what this is.
He just goes by Major. You know, my dad went to high school with him. He like to be called Major.
Major Tom.
All right. Anyway, we should probably actually get into the game.
Nope, we're stuck near now. This is our hell.
We're talking about Ned's the Class. This is a Ned's the Classified podcast now. Yo, anyone talking about my boy Sweeney?
That would be a very niche podcast.
Most podcasts are niche anyway.
Not true. There's a lot that are broad spectrum.
Yeah, what about Ned's the Classified high school survival guide, dude?
Dude, I wish. Okay, I guess this is really just what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy this 2 hour.
The more Ned's Declassified we talk about, the less likely I am to die.
Oh, I don't know
Perfect.
about that one.
You know,
I brought up my character sheet and it was like hit points 0. I'm like, I'm pretty sure.
Hit points. Ned's the Classified.
Anyway, last we left off, the favorite few had managed to save the member of the Rome organization known as Virgil, and just asked him a few questions about the location of the rest of the Rome members in his squad. Him stating that they were further in, though he wasn't exactly sure where, as he'd stayed behind when these monstrosities first became to manifest, and was trying to buy some time for them to complete whatever mission they were doing. They then made their way to the church, where Dayton was hoping to find some clue as to where maybe his family had gone, or maybe where his father was. Along the way, unfortunately, him and Hornet succumbing to a sort of madness that seemed to be plaguing the area, which the rest of the party somehow succeeded. I think one other person failed.
No, it was my horse that failed.
It was your horse that... Yeah, so
Yep.
somehow the entire party managed it.
Yeah, when we forgot that we had,
Yeah, Heroes
advantage.
Feast.
Mhm.
But as they made their way into the church, they were met with a seemingly smaller effigy of Jublex, who spoke to them, almost asking them or goading them into their purpose here, into revealing their purpose here. And as well as managing to entrap them within a room, summoning more of these Ooblex and Black Pudding to try to assail them. And we left off in the middle of combat at the start of Goo's turn.
That's me.
So we come back in to catch you up. Bosco is currently dominated. Ophelia is currently focusing on a banishment spell against 2 of the Ooblexes. However, one of them succeeded.
Alright. I remember you saying something about a wisdom save, so I assume it's Bosco.
No. So, you got memory drained,
Oh boy,
You got memory,
that's beautiful.
You got memory drained twice and are currently at a minus a d6 to all of your attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
That sounds wonderful.
Not good.
I
I wouldn't say that's particularly good.
Which Ooblex looks the most hurt so far, Eric? Out
I
of
mean,
the
you know,
three?
they're Ooblexes.
True.
This one, if I guess,
Oh.
if you had to try to see.
Yes, I will. Buckaroonie. I don't know. Hold on.
Buckaroonie?
What kind of action is this?
Macaroni and cheese.
That was interesting.
Loading. That was great.
Jeez.
The internet is also waking up still.
The internet is just waking up. That is true. All right, Chris, what you doing?
What kind of action is my warding bond thing?
I believe a bonus action.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I remember reading bonus action, but I wasn't sure if it was that or the pole.
Let me double check Elami's Grasp. Oh, by the way, yeah, Chris has updated PDF if you want to read that really quick, Chris.
Me pole extended to 90 feet. Damage increased from D6 to D8. OP. I can spirit link to 2 people at the same time, although that is a terrible option for myself because I'll be taking essentially double the damage if all 3 people get hurt. But y'all would get 10 temp HP every turn while I'm linked to you, and you would all get the D8 on every melee or I guess ranged attack you want to make.
Yes. Alrighty.
So if you can attack multiple times, we in business.
Yes.
Alright,
So
so I
the
would
warding, so the warding wand is a bonus action.
Okay, so
also
I
as
would
a-
bonus link my.
So just as a flavor
you
thing,
can-
because you're the only person I told this to, basically in its exalted form, Elamia's grasp connects all the way to the other side of his neck and actually has a full pauldron with the symbol of the third on it.
Ooh.
Which you would not see of because I hid it underneath my clothes, but there's just bulges
There's
on
a weird
both sides of
bulge
my
on the shoulder.
shirt.
He looks like he has a sip.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's a twin growing out of his shoulder.
The worst dislocation we've ever seen.
As much as I want to link my thing to Bosco,
Bosco's dominating.
I also
right now.
don't want him to beat the Yeah, I don't want him to beat the shit out of me with an extra fucking 3d8 radiant damage.
It's probably a good idea.
So I'm going to link my thing to Daytona.
Okay. So Daytona.
I don't know about anyone else. I'll say Daytona and Nathan.
All right. So Daytona and Nathan. Both of you. Sorry that I keep standing up. I'm trying to figure out where I put my dice. Like I have like a little bit right here, but I need more.
I feel like that would be the best
It's okay.
option.
After my turn, I'm gonna get snacks.
So
I haven't had food yet today
Why not?
I haven't had food
because
yet
I'm
either.
negligent.
David, you don't eat.
I went to bed with a massive headache and woke up with the same headache.
You want some KFC coleslaw?
Hell yeah, I love
Here-
KFC coleslaw.
here you
I
go,
love
Chris.
KFC sides and I hate everything else. And by that I mean
Really?
I
You
don't
like the
their
chicken?
It's okay. It's not great. It's serviceable.
I mean, it's no Popeyes, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Excuse me. I'm gonna start a controversy right now. KFC's Nashville hot chicken is better than any bullshit
yeah.
Popeyes could put out.
Yo, we don't
Nobody
support
eats
politics.
your Nashville hot chicken that's on the side menu at a little corner. Because
Nashville
nobody
hot
knows it
chicken.
exists.
Nashville hot chicken is better than any bullshit Popeyes could put
KFC
out.
has not been good food since
I
they
would like to
murdered the
remind
Double
everyone
Down in
in the
cold
audience that we are
blood.
not sponsored by KFC. KFC does not sponsor
Not
Fellas
good.
of May.
Well, clearly we're not because I
The
don't like
Double
them.
Down. All right, listen. The Double Down was the fucking apex of fast food. They need to bring it back.
Alright, back to
Type 2
podcast mode. Have we
diabetes.
stopped the campaign again?
It's
Hell yeah.
fucking
This
incredible,
isn't a D&D
dude.
campaign anymore.
Have you had
We
the
have no sense of professionalism.
Yeah!
Have you had the Double Down?
Alright, so I'm
Jordan, have
warding
you had the double
bonding
down?
2
I have
people.
not.
Yes.
All of your basic
out.
attacks get a D8 and you get 10 temp HP at the beginning of every turn.
Yep.
Mostly saying that for Sushep because I don't think he was here when I've been using that.
Yes. So,
Granted, I forget to use it.
So 10 temp HP every turn,
Yes.
a D8 on attacks,
Yes.
and then Eric mentioned something about the 3D8 radiant. That's every.
That's no. That's Bosco would get it because
No, I was talking about-
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Goo kind of reaches his hand back, you watch as there's these small tethers that seem to kind of rocket away from the arm and attach themselves onto both Dayton and you, Nathan. And you watch as there is a slight shimmer around your bodies as you are now attached to Goo.
And with that, I will heal myself for 48 HP because I can do
Spicy.
that too.
Spicy.
Oh, not. I want. Okay. That's my turn. I'm gonna get something to eat.
All right, you go get a snack, Chris.
Be quick, I promise.
Is Nathan up then? Does that
He
count?
is not.
Yeah,
he is,
I-
so Nathan is.
I
not
met
up.
Max,
Yeah.
I believe.
What?
Well, okay, there was a heal that was done afterward.
Yeah, you used your 9th level. Remember?
So back to full HP. I just have negative 1d4
Oh.
to saves
Luke,
because
you-
of and attacks and
Yeah, Luke,
everything.
you mass healed, so everyone is at full HP. Everyone was at full HP again.
Okay, then Chris didn't need to heal.
No, because he took damage after you healed.
Oh,
Yeah.
then he did need to heal.
Alrighty, so now it is the Ooblex. Well, Chris just left, but I don't feel bad.
Okay.
I'll
Good.
just roll for him.
Just roll the dice and then tell him he's about to get fucked.
Yeah, so the Ooblex is going to... The first Ooblex is going to strike twice. This is the one on the top. Going to strike twice into Goo. Into Goo Manchu. With one of the pseudopod attacks hitting. So let's get some d6s. 8, 10, 13 points of bludgeoning damage with 12 points of psychic damage. And then he has to make a wisdom saving throw against Eat Memories at minus a d6. So that is a 9 and a 16 plus his wisdom saving throw of... What is his wisdom saving throw? Plus his wisdom saving throw of 11 minus a d6, so he's fine. Alrighty. The second Ooblex... Technically has 4 targets in range. So we'll roll. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ezreal. The Ooblex is going to take both of its pseudopod attacks at you. That's going to be a 22 and a 26 to hit. I can't hear you.
Because I was muted.
And that's a good reason.
Both of those hit.
Ah, perfect. Excellent. Tasty. 17 plus 3, so 20 points of bludgeoning damage. This is for the first hit.
Okay.
And 7 points of psychic damage. And then the second attack is 14 points of bludgeoning damage with 5 points of psychic damage.
Alright. Sounds good.
And I don't believe you're concentrating on anything.
I'm not because my dawn dissipated when I went down.
You're done. Disevaporated. Alright, so now now we're gonna roll a d6. 1, 2, 3. Goo's gonna get mind eaten. 4, 5, 6. Hornet's gonna get mind eaten.
Oh boy.
That's cocked. That's a 5. So Hornet needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
And I remember I have advantage.
Hornet. I don't believe Hornet was a part of the Heroes Feast, was he?
You're right. That's cocked. Natural 20.
Hey! Oh my God, Hornet!
The one time I
Hey.
needed it because having a wisdom of +1 probably won't save him for shit.
Yeah, if you rolled a 17, would have saved you. But hey, Hornet, good job. We'll roll a d6 for this last Ooblex. It is going for Daytona with its pseudopods. Oh yeah. So I got a natural 20 and a 17.
The 17 will miss. Natural 20 I can't do anything about.
Alright. 10, 17 plus... so 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 points of psychic damage. I rolled really low on the psychic damage. And then Memory Eater. 1, 2, 3, Hornet. 4, 5, 6, Ezreal. That is a 2.
Great eater.
These things really want to eat Hornet.
Eat ass, take names.
So Hornet needs to make a wisdom saving throw again.
Family business.
I'm still in a dream.
Ass eater.
Well, I rolled a 17 +1, making it 18.
Oh my God, Hornet. The bad lad.
The machinations of my mind are a mystery. Oh yeah, it was an enigma.
But what expertise is where you're gonna get out of Hornet?
Oh, it doesn't
My
matter. they're just
my
eating you.
expertise is run.
Detect
Nathan.
treat.
All right, Nathan, you're up.
I think I'm just going to fire Eldritch Blast at that one.
All right. All right, let's
Okay.
see it.
All right, so 4 should be fine. If an 18 hits, then they all hit.
An 18 hits.
KFC.
Yes, an 18 does hit.
If an 18 does not hit, then I am concerned.
18
They all
hits.
hit.
It's
they all hit.
coleslaw.
28 force damage.
I forget. Were you memory eaten at all? I believe you were at least once.
Yes, I was. So
So you subtract a d4 from each of those rolls.
okay.
The magic number is 16, so let me know if you roll below a 16.
That one became a 16.
Mm-hmm.
That one actually did miss,
Okay.
and that one did not change.
Okay.
So 20 then.
Alrighty. So 20 points of damage.
Yep.
And did you roll the extra d8s?
Right.
Go for
It
it.
is every single.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a d8 on everything.
That's actually really good for you, Susha.
It
Holy
specifies
shit.
weapon attacks.
Oh, does it specify weapon attacks?
You wrote it.
Because it wasn't supposed to. 'Cause
You made the item.
Yeah, the
Yes.
exalted form is not supposed to exclude. Is not supposed to. Exclude,
Oh.
It includes spells.
Oh,
Go
oh.
forth, Susha. Destroy.
The
All right,
exalted form-
that works
the
well,
exalted form
so-
includes spells.
18 radiant. Sorry, not 18 radiant. Because that one doesn't
Also,
count.
Chris, I know that I wrote it, but up until about 3 days ago, I had a full 40-hour job. So shut the fuck up.
16 radiant.
So let me
Okay.
let me go ahead and specify it out. 2d8, comma, including spell attacks. There you go.
I'm debating turning the lid of this applesauce thing into a spoon so I can eat it with that.
Sorry, I know you've already said it. I'm just trying to make sure
Just
like
drink
I
it.
have this categorized.
I
It's
was going to, but it looked
So it's a
bad.
D and more spell attacks as well. So which one were you shooting, Sushep? Can you ping it for me?
He
yeah,
was
it's the one
shooting-
right underneath Hornet.
Yeah, the nearest one to us.
All right, so 20 damage plus 3d8 radiant.
So that ended up being 16. And the D8 that is only on the damage. That's not on the attack itself.
No, that's just on damage.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
And
You
I
should
think I'm gonna
just
stay
stick-
where I am actually.
Yeah, you just stick that on Shushep every single fight. That's so good.
Yeah.
Detective, this is a crime scene. What is this? The murder weapon?
Get off my dick!
Oh my dick.
So that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Spicy.
Bosco, still dominated, is going to attempt to attack Goo.
His own dad. What an asshole.
You're not my real dad.
Yeah, I am.
You're not my real dad. Granted, I didn't know my real father, but you're not my real dad.
That's what you think.
Alright. Here comes the multi-attack. We'll start with the tail. That's gonna be 24 to hit. You need to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh man, I'm really good at those. I'm actually really good at those. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that like 24 succeeds. I need to look at his sheet.
I don't think Goo has that strong of a strength save.
Yeah, I do.
A 7. Yeah.
17 plus 7, yeah.
Yeah, it is one of your weaker saves though. So that's 13 plus 8 sorry, plus 8. 13 plus 5, 18 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail.
Why did my health get reduced?
Because it punched you. You.
Punchy punch!
Let's go
Because-
punch you or the
No,
Ooblex
the
did. I don't
Ooblex,
remember.
The Ooblex punchy.
It critted you.
Okay.
It did not crit him. It did not crit
Oh.
him. It hit him
Oh
once.
yeah.
Okay.
It hit him once.
Oh yeah, it crit Luke.
It crit Luke. Claw attack misses, unfortunately, with a 14. And the bite is going
Yay.
to be 26.
Hell yeah.
So you take 9 plus 5, 14 points of piercing damage and 5 points of lightning damage.
That's beautiful. That's my favorite. This is wonderful.
Okay.
Ophelia,
I'm tired of dealing with this. Dispel magic on Bosco.
at 3rd level, I assume?
Yep.
Make an intelligence check, please.
That fell off my thing. That is a 15 plus 6, 21.
Alright, so it succeeds, and as you dispel the domination of Bosco, Goo, as you're looking at Bosco having just been rended into him, you watch as his eyes go from curled up into the back of his head to slowly come to the front as he blinks a few times and looks at you.
And then I'm gonna.
If a guard drake had ears to pin back in sorrow, he would be pinning his ears back in sorrow.
It's fine. Just fight them.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna firebolt for natural 20. Huh.
Hey,
see that one coming.
8d10 damage. You do their memory eat.
8d10.
Yeah, it's 8d10 because it's 4d10 for firebolt. Who are you shooting, by the way?
I'm shooting the one that Nathan was railing into.
Okay, this one.
Yep.
Alrighty. Hello there.
20, 21 for the first 4. 21, 30, 40, 47.
Oof. Alright, that one is looking hurt. And as the fire sinks into it, you watch as its composition begins to melt a little bit. As it kind of squirms against the fire.
I don't like it.
Alright, anything else, Ophelia?
That's it for me.
Daytona.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have Crown Stars because it's been over an hour. I have no weapon, so can't really swing at anything, not unless I use my fists, which is stupid.
Well, I mean, spell attacks too, so if you have a cantrip or a spell you'd like to use here.
You can call this thing a bitch and try and hurt its feelings.
That's the only thing I can do, since all my other attacking spells are at high level, and I've already
Alright.
burned through all my high levels.
What would you like to say to the Sublex?
Don't call it a booger monster. Don't call it a booger monster.
You're ugly.
It's gonna boil down to that. It's something along the lines of so many faces, and that's the one you choose.
I like that. That's a good one. That's good.
Y'all ugly.
Yo, ugly.
You look like me in the morning.
That's a fail. You hurt its feelings.
Okay. That's 3d4, I believe, at this level. Yeah.
Which are you targeting?
One right ahead of me.
Alright, also it's 4d4. It scales with your overall level, not your,
Okay, for some reason it says
Your bottom
3d4, so it's
Plus-
doing something stupid.
Plus the D8 from
plus the
Chris.
D8 from Chris.
Okay, so 3, 5,
Mhm.
9, 12, plus 8, making it 20 points of what is it? Psychic damage? Psychic damage.
It's 12 psychic, 8 radiant. Also,
Okay.
Daytona and Nathan, make sure you guys add that you have 10 temporary hit points.
I don't suppose to stack.
They do not.
They do not.
Temp HP doesn't
Oh.
stack.
Yes, they deleted themselves when you get new temp HP essentially.
Alright, so this one has had its feelings hurt.
It walks up to Jubilix. You gave me the ugly.
You gave me the ugly.
So putting the 2 off the side, since that's still part of the max hit point part.
Well, no, just if you there should literally be a box.
Well, I
for
can't
temp
track
HP.
it with my token. Like
No,
for some reason
what I'm
it's not
saying
gonna.
is- What I'm saying is you can just go to character sheet and put it in temporary hit points, which is underneath.
Yeah,
current
and
hit points.
and the additional 2 is to remind me that once the feast is over, I don't have the 2 extra.
No, isn't Hero's Feast like max HP or something?
here's
Yeah,
this
it's max
thing.
HP, but
Like,
once it
what-
ends, it ends.
What you should do instead, Jordan, is what I did for Hero's Feast. So in current max hit points, I had my max HP, and then I had plus whatever number it was. So you can
Okay,
eventually
that's.
check it.
I was doing the same thing under temp HP, but
And no, you should just do that under max HP.
alright.
Smart.
That
I
if that's the, yeah. That's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Hornet.
You do still have an action.
My action was to cast a cantrip.
No, Vicious Mockery is the only bonus action cantrip that exists.
It says action
Really?
for me.
Oh, I thought it was a bonus action.
I
What am
could-
thinking of?
Uh,
There is a bonus action cantrip. I thought wait, no, I thought
There's
Vicious,
2. It's Magic Stone and something else.
I thought Vicious Mockery was a bonus
Ma-
action.
if you're a Grave Cleric, I
Shillelagh,
know
maybe?
you have
Shillelagh might be.
the one
Shillelagh
cantrip
is one.
that's-
Shillelagh,
that's-
Magic
that's the one.
Stone.
Yeah. I knew it was 2.
No, it isn't.
It might be
actually.
3
Why
now
did I
with
think- why did I think
Tasha's.
Vicious Mockery was a bonus action.
Oh.
Anyway,
Mending takes a minute.
Yeah, Mending takes a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
rolled a 13 plus 6 for Hooves, so 19
19 will hit.
for Hornet.
19 will hit.
Okay.
Magic stone.
Top
6.
10.
Okay. 10 plus 4, so 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Not magical, because that's how it do.
And I just realized this guy has to make 2 saving throws. He's fine. Oh, he doesn't have to make saving throws. Dabasco's not. Dabasco isn't dominated anymore.
Dabasco.
Yeah.
Dabasco.
The boss, co.
What's cool?
Anyway, that's Daytona's action. That's Hornet's action. I refuse to go anywhere since I'm now stuck, so that'll be
Alright.
the turn.
Ezreal.
Alright. I'm guessing this one on the bottom is the most hurt. Right.
From what you
This
can
one?
tell.
Yeah, the thing actually you should be hitting. Yeah.
From what you can tell.
Alright. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead
Tell the dead.
on this one.
Wisdom save. Unnatural 20.
Toll the Dead.
Ooh.
Ooh, that matches.
Ooh, no, tell the dead. It doesn't want to be told.
Does it want to be told? Is it Saber Suck?
It is Saber Suck.
Okay. Fair enough.
Most cantrips are Saber Suck.
Then
If not all cantrips are Saber Suck when they're like that.
Pretty sure all cantrips are Saber Suck.
Yeah.
I'm running low on spell slots.
You
I
sure are.
the one that isn't.
Healing word. Level 2 on Goo. Enjoy your 13 hit points.
Enjoy your 13 hit points, darling. Don't even worry about it. Ezreal is a 700-year-old drow. She develops she develops a smoker voice even though she doesn't smoke.
I like the idea of Ezreal devolving into sprinkles.
Ezreal taking up smoking and then stopping
Not as
smoking.
mean.
I only smoked for 2 centuries.
Well,
I don't
in
know why.
canon. Well, I say in canon, but Sprinkles did say that Ezreal is the granddaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just a for fun thing.
I
I'm
know.
mildly zoned out. Were those for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get those 13 hit points.
Oh
Chris.
boy.
Enjoy it.
I have the possibility of going down next turn.
Yay.
Hey. You have Bosco.
And his dad dies. He doesn't have anybody in his life anymore.
What do you mean?
There's us.
Yeah, what do you mean? He has
He doesn't
Aster.
like you guys the same way.
He has Aster in his shoes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Stay away
I
from my
need your
shoes.
shoes.
Although
I
in
need your
this-
shoes for comfort.
Although in that situation, it would be like more like Aster and his entire leg. All right, is there anything else?
No. That'll be it.
All right, goo.
Oh, Muriel.
Oh man, Mickey.
I'm
Oh.
gonna Mac the one in front of myself.
All right, minus a d6 to each of your attacks.
Oh, that's great. No.
No.
You know what? Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. One of them is a 15. The other one's technically a -1 plus 13, so 12.
So both miss.
Well, I figured. Oh dear lord. And then I'm gonna dodge as a bonus action, and that's about it, because I don't have HP.
Ublex's turn. Let's see. The Ublex now has 2 targets because Bosco's no longer nominated. But he still wants to attack.
He's
you.
nominated for. Dude, he's dominated for an award.
He's still dominated? Or
No,
did he
he's
get dominated
no
again?
longer dominated.
Uh,
All right. So only one of those attacks is gonna hit you, Chris.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Progress. 11 points of
That's
bludgeoning
good enough
damage
for me.
and 8 points of psychic damage. And then you need to make a wisdom save at a minus a d6.
Oh boy. Okay.
Whenever you roll at advantage.
Oh, why do I roll an advantage?
Because Heroes for Yourself.
Oh, that's good. So that's 24.
Okay. What did you roll the first time out of curiosity?
16, I think.
Oh,
Somewhere around there.
that would have been minus a d8 to all your stuff. It goes up
Not
to
having a good
it
time.
goes up to a d20.
Why does it go up to a d20?
Because you
one
would-
dice.
Yeah,
That's awful.
It destroys your mind until you're unable to roll.
It literally says each time the target is memory drained beyond the first, the die size increases by 1. The d4 becomes a d6, the d6 becomes a d8, and so on until it becomes a d20.
That's awful.
At which point the target becomes
Yay.
unconscious for 1 minute or for 1 hour.
Sleep it off.
So literally, like, if you get memory drained again, you just fall unconscious for an hour.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. Uplex. We roll. Daytona. It's gonna whap you. It's gonna whap you again.
Okay.
Remember your temp HP.
I know.
Remember your temporary hit points. Your armor class is 20, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so only one of those hits. With a 20.
Even with the shield?
With a 25. 18
Okay.
plus 18 plus 7.
Do you also get the bonus AC from Warding Bond?
11. Yes.
Um,
Alright, so
Bonus aids.
yeah. There's bonus AC. It's a +2. Remember?
So, instead of the armor class of 20, it's 22?
Yep. Do you want to cast shield?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we see who memory drain. Hornet.
it really
That's
wants
possible.
Hornet. Why?
Well, that time I rolled a 15, so congratulations, you got your memory erasure off a fucking horse. So,
Nice. Nice, dude. That's sick horse memory. It's gonna be 11 plus 7, 14, 18 plus 5, 23. 33 points of psychic damage to Hornet.
now this is an ability and not an attack, correct?
Oh, hang on. I need to reroll the damage because I was rolling d8s. It's d10s. 9, 18, 24, 34, 44 psychic, and yes, it is an ability, not an attack. It just chooses a target within 5 inches of it and forces it to make a wisdom save.
Yay.
I was
Natan.
willing to be okay with the 30, but then we had to go higher. Yep. That's
Going
how it
to
works.
attack the one that I've been sort of focus firing down at the bottom there.
Okay, sounds good.
Now I have all the dice set up with. Okay, so. No, Cat, you must not immediately start messing with the dice that I just rolled tantalizingly in front of you. Okay, that one does not hit for anything.
Alright, and you're still subtracting
Nor does that
d4s, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So those two don't. That does hit though, and so does that one. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so 20. Okay, and then the damage on the ones that do hit are just those.
Mhm.
3 radiant, 9 force from
Oops,
that
bad.
one, and 7 radiant, 8 force from the other.
Oh my god, it's still standing, but holy crap. Oh, I actually didn't attack with this one, did I? It's at disadvantage anyway, so I'll just do that real quick.
Jordan, how much damage you take?
None.
Oh.
Daytona wasn't the one that was hit. It was Hornet.
Hey, Ezreal, guess what?
Smacky, smacky.
Punchy.
Here comes the giant fist.
Oh my god, I rolled double 15s.
Yes.
So 22 on both.
Yay.
Ready for the
Does
giant
anyone
fist.
else have a sad silhouette of Luke?
Yes, I do. We can have to reconnect.
Sad Jake.
I'm just gonna do all the
One.
damage
It-
together. 19 plus. So 36 bludgeoning damage. And 10 psychic. So Ezreal takes 46 points of damage. Ezreal, you took 46 points of damage. I already reduced it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then before the end of my turn, I'm not moving, but I am gonna bonus action healing light on Goo.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Wait, is that actually 23? Yes,
Oh,
that
nice.
is
Pretty good for a level
21.
So
6, 6, 5, 4.
So as Nathan kind of reaches down and grabs onto it, as kind of closes his clamshell for a moment, there will be this not really divine, at least to most of you, but there will be this powerful glow that begins to shine through the shell as he opens it, and almost like a beacon shines it over onto Goo. Goo, you feel as though someone or something is almost kind of placing its hands over your wounds, and you see them mending, and then you feel them let go.
Bad touch.
Ezreal, I also need you to make a
Good
wisdom saving
touch.
throw.
Bad good touch.
A good
I'm good at
touch,
that.
A bad touch, a good bad touch.
Half good, half bad, half touch.
I should be good at that. Let's say 21.
That's good enough.
Okay.
Alright, so Nathan has done all of his shenanigans. Bosco. Nom.
I mean, I'm in
I'm in control,
Yeah.
Chris, not you.
I am control.
Alright, go
Mission
ahead.
I am
control.
the table.
I am the video.
I am the table.
The radio star.
Video killed Kareem
Also,
Abdul-Jabbar.
to anyone watching into the group who are fans of Has Been Hotel, they released another comic book, A Day in the Life of Alistar.
Did they?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good actually.
Is it physical? Because I was
that's-
just at the comic shop today.
No,
I
it's
should've-
oh
Actually,
my
no.
fucking god, just fuck off bots.
Ah boy. Does the 18 hit?
Does an 18 hit? It should, but just for you, no.
Alright.
It does hit, yes.
Okay, then the other one also hits because they're all 2 at a time. You brain.
It's on the website hasbeenhotel.com, not the website, but
That's-
just a really good series.
18 piercing, 2 lightning, and then for the second one,
Bibsy, when are you gonna release the next episode of
13.
Has Been Hotel? We're sick of Hell of a Boss.
13 slashing. I don't care about Has Been Hotel. I want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I do care.
I'm kidding. I care about Has Been Hotel. I don't know why I'm rolling 2 dice. That should not be an advantage. Okay, so 23 hits again. That's nice. 11 bludgeoning and a strength save, but I don't think they can be knocked prone anyways.
They can't be
Fuck
knocked
it.
prone.
That's nice.
All right. Ophelia.
Try to hit the last one. With a firebolt 16 plus whatever might hit. I'm guessing that hits.
That hits. You're hitting this one, I assume.
Yeah, the one that me and Nathan has
Alright.
been railing into.
All right. Don't roll. All right. Roll above a 5.
Okay, I'll tell you if I get a 2 on any one of my dice. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I got a 4 on one of my dice. It dies.
It is defeated and sinks back into the viscous tar here in the room. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Dayton? Daytona?
Same as before. Another round of vicious mockery if I can.
A vicious mocks. All right.
Same target as before, the one in front of me.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, you're waiting for.
Get those creative juices flowing, man. Improv is a great way to wake up your brain.
Do it. Insult me.
What if your brain is always asleep?
Then
What
that's-
hope is there for me then?
What if you get it in your hair?
You know what? Oh, it's a kitty.
So
Do
much
I have to go
better
grab
than
my
being on
cat so I
dice.
can compete?
Oh.
Well, the thing is that
Who
she's
is
just
that?
out of camera view all the time, looking at the dice, and sometimes she decides to mess with them, and I'm like, no. Let's
Making
find
those
an
look
alternative.
delicious.
Thinking it's fergalicious. Get it? Fur? It's okay, Jordan. If you can't think of anything, we can just roll the save.
I was waiting for the save because I'm drained.
That's 11.
Okay. 44. 3. 5. 6. 10. 10 psychic damage plus 7 radiant damage.
You know, you'd think something that literally deals with mind stuff would be immune to psychic damage, but it's not. It's not even resistant.
Its feelings are hurt, Eric. Stop it.
Alright, Israel.
Hornet stomps.
Oh, Hornet Stomps, right?
No, he doesn't, because that's a 9 plus 6.
Oof.
I'm gonna totally die again. This one.
Toy dead. Okay. It gets 19.
Yay! My save is 20. Yeah, it's 20. All right. Uh, 20,
Mm-hmm.
25, 27, 33,
33.
33.
Oh man, Mickey.
Mickey.
You doing anything else, Israel?
Bonus action healing. We're done. Cool.
Take all my love. Take all of it.
Close your eyes. I'm not
Okay.
gonna finish that song.
Take me as I am.
Enjoy those 12 hit points, Goo.
Take
Oh,
my
boy.
life.
Take me to George.
Webbs.
All right, Goo, you're up.
Do you guys have George Webbs wherever you are?
What the heck is George Webbs?
It's like a
Okay, it's that time
American-
of day again where I punch things and they die, kind of.
American, like a diner.
That's boy.
Literally no clue what that
All
is.
right. Well, so the first one's a 25, which is nice.
Mhm.
And the second one's an at 1.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. Spin the wheel.
Then the
Oh
wheel
my
Spin
make
the
a
wheel,
deal.
make the deal, spin the wheel.
So let's get off that. But yeah.
All right.
Math is hard in the morning.
100.
22 points of damage unless the radiant does extra.
Alright, 22 points of damage, and then your fumble chart.
My wheel of deal making. 10s. 5. 54.
54. Exposed defenses. Your swing balances you so much that your target may take one melee attack against you as a reaction.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Punchy.
Paunchy.
Pounchy. Cocked. Pounchy.
Cocked?
24.
Okay.
10, 16 bludgeon, 9 psychic, so 25.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's my favorite.
Remember the HP Luke gave you?
Oh, and I have temp
It
HP.
is true, so that's 10, and then... So you take 15
Yeah.
actual damage.
Yeah, I got that. Okay, 2 more attacks. The lowest is, oh, that's not great. 17.
Did you roll minus a d6?
Oh shit, you right. Well, that one's not hitting. The other one is still 19.
Did you roll minus a d6?
Yes.
Okay, that'll hit then.
Cool.
Here, look at it. It's ugly, isn't it?
You don't have to
Okay.
rub it in.
Oh, no, that's right. 15 points of damage.
Alrighty. It is barely hanging in there.
God damn it. God gamut.
Gamut. Alright, is that your turn, Goo?
Yes.
We go to Oobly Blues.
Bleep blub blues.
It's gonna try
I'll
to
make it-
go
I'll
try
make
to-
it not take reactions.
Ah, okay. It already took reaction this turn, but it's okay.
Sure.
Alright. D6. It's gonna hit. The first one's gonna hit Bosco. That's a 26 and a 21.
Fortunate. Oh man, Bosco, buddy, you're not doing so hot.
Oh no.
Mr. Goo, I don't feel so good.
Oh no.
Dad, I don't like this.
I'm just gonna
Iron
roll-
Bosco.
I'm just gonna roll all the damage together. So that was 23. Plus 8, so 37 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's nice.
And 15 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that's also nice. Bosco's not doing so
And
good.
then Goo is gonna try to eat you. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Hell yeah. 20.
Okay. D6. Schmez. Spaze. I missed with both.
Alright.
And
Good.
then sorry, and then yeah, D6. 1, 2, 3, Goo, 4, 5, 6, Hornet. They really want to try to eat your mind, Goo.
Wow.
What'd you roll?
I didn't, 'cause my brain's fucking fried.
Heroes Feast MVP of this fight.
Hell yeah. Oh wait, I can roll at advantage.
Yeah.
I don't need to because it's really fucking high.
Like me, you know what I'm
no.
saying?
25.
Alrighty.
You who
next,
live at the top of a mountain.
Nitten. It's your turn, Nathan.
All right. I know you said that the one next to Goo was pretty low, but I think they probably all look like spoiled jars of raspberry preserves to me, so I'm just going to unload all 4 at the one next to Bosco.
Just go, go and roll them one at a time. You can do that because it's individual attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't affect things too much because I rolled really poorly on a couple of those. That's all right. So 14 is not going to hit, so those 3 don't. But 28 does.
Yep.
All right.
Do 7 damage.
8.
8 damage.
5 force, 3 radiant.
5 force.
The one that actually goes through.
It's dead.
And then bonus action, I'm just going to use 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually going to heal up Bosco a bit because he's looking rough. 7.
7 healing.
Oh boy.
I'm running low, but I still have some.
Yep.
That's an even 30.
Bosco.
Oh.
I don't think Bosco can reach.
He could zap.
He can zap.
He has one of those left. Bosco, use zap attack.
19.
That's nice. That's a half damage. More d6s. Oh shit.
You good?
No, I have COVID.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The only case in the entirety of California.
22 halves
you
to
sneeze.
11, and I assume that I need to make it as well because I'm me.
Yep, but your dex.
I succeeded, so I'm fine.
Yep, Ophelia.
I told him to do it.
See here.
Remember that you're still
Yeah. 6 plus, I believe it's a plus 12, so 18.
That'll hit. Do 20
Okay.
damage.
Okay. D10s away. 22 damage.
22 damage. That is enough. Now you are still concentrating on banishment, but I'm gonna say because you can just you guys can just get into position and wail on the one that's currently banished here. I'm just gonna say you guys kill it. It had 60. It was already 61 HP down.
It's just
We all
where's
just
all my
get-
friends?
Yeah.
We get ready, it shows up, we just all hit it at once.
Yeah.
Hurry up!
All right. So we will go back to the entire situation.
Okay, that was a little rough. Everyone looking okay?
Kind of.
Bosco kind of whines a
I
little
will-
bit and rubs his head against you.
I will pet him because that's all I can do.
Your wounds on the second level on Hornet.
Oh wait, I can use spell to heal Bosco.
You can.
Your wounds at sad level.
Yay.
Here you go, man. Put a 4 where that 3 is supposed to be.
All right. All right. So as the battle concludes, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we should probably rest.
In Slime Church?
Probably
we don't have
not.
any other options. Maybe
Yes.
not
We
like
do.
right this, not right here, right now, but
Do you guys
we
want to
should
look around?
get a rest in before we fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need to ask due to the new laws.
Yes.
I guarantee that there's some shiny objects inside a church.
Yes, there are. Make an investigation check, Daytona.
17 plus 2, 19.
19. All right. So as you kind of get off, you see Hornet kind of just starts munching on things again after the fight. And as you're going around, you're like, okay, I got this, got this. You pick up some, grimly enough, from the corpses that are barely sticking out of the, from some of the corpses that are barely sticking out of the muck. You get about, I'd say, close to 40 gold pieces worth of jewelry. And as you're looking around, you're like, yes, yeah, and you reach down and you grab another piece of jewelry. As you kind of clean it off on your shirt for a moment before putting it in, it is a ring that you recognize.
Oh no.
It is
Oh.
it is a signet ring of the Swan House.
Ooh.
I looked down at the corpse. Was it
It was not
on
on
the corpse body,
It was
or-
not on a corpse, actually. You found it more closer to the altar, and as you look around, you don't see your father's body here. Just the ring.
You say right by the altar, so right at the front there?
Yeah, right by the altar. You see that there is a corpse nearby, and as you kind of panickingly like pull the corpse up, you realize it's not Algernon. And you take the ring off of it because you're Hoarder. But you do not see your father's body.
Does this
Anyway.
altar look movable?
Make a with a 19, as movable as any other altar would be. It looks like it's not affixed to the ground. It looks like it can be pushed.
Yeah, Daytona's stupid. He would try to flip the altar or try to...
Easily enough, it's pretty light. You flip it up, and what little bit of ground was not covered in slime very quickly gets covered by the tar.
So, of course, after flipping the altar, no real hint of, oh, secret, whatever.
No, nothing you can see in terms of a secret passageway or anything of the sort.
There's just a swift kick against the exposed wood. Going back to Hornet.
Hornet is currently finishing eating a pew.
He ate a whole pew?
Yeah, well, what was left of it.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
No,
Of course, is going to have a rough time later, but it's not my business.
A lot of fiber in that.
A horse ate a whole park bench.
Could
if
I
you're
peer
interested-
around to see if there's any sort of message board equivalent, any place where the community members might have tried to leave notes for one another?
Easy enough to do, I would say. Just giving a quick glance, you do see what looks like a message board of sorts. However, a lot of the papers and pins on it have been eroded away. Nothing, no sort of writing or anything. You get the sense that probably when the church was overtaken, they didn't have a lot of time to write anything. Yeah, that's about what you get. I will say, if you spend a little bit of time, you do notice that a lot of the corpses in here seem to be human, some elvish. You find a dwarf, though it was very clear it was a he. His face has basically been eaten up to the point of his right socket. So it's all just bone. A lot of these people seem like commoners. Strangely enough, you don't see any militia or guard in this room.
That's kind of a cause for concern.
It could mean there was something more pressing that they sent the guard to do. Or it could mean that this was cleared out first, deemed safe, and then they began to send people here.
And we
Or
see
the
how
majority.
that started out.
Or the majority of people got out beforehand? Probably hopeful thinking.
Does anyone else want to make an investigation check?
Oh,
Sure, I'm
make
good
one.
at those.
Okay.
Is there a person here that can guide us?
They're
Who's there?
guiding.
Yes,
what?
there is. Hello.
Their
I'm
guide
here.
Dance.
I'm living
Do
in
guys,
the wall.
do guys dance?
They can dance if they want to.
They can
They
leave.
leave their
me-
friends behind.
All right. So,
I got.
what'd you roll?
Could I assist with that?
Unnatural 20. Oh wait, my math is wrong.
Where's the D4?
20. Unnatural. 22.
Into okay.
Funny too.
I did the D4.
Add 10 to that, and that's me.
Okay, so 30 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Goo, you get a lot of the same looking around. Ophelia, taking a bit more time here and examining a number of things in closer detail, you find yourself making your way over to the door that enters into the church. Though a lot of it has been eaten, you do see that from the actual handles, as they're straight handles. It's broken in half now, but there's faint remains of a plank.
Like a broken plank, or
Like a broken plank.
like someone like smashed it in.
Because it's actually in between the straight door grips. I don't know exactly. Door handles. You're muted, Sushep.
Sorry, I was sort of thinking aloud, but not like usefully. Deliberately practicing more on the Australian and less on the other one.
Gotcha. So that's what you're able to tell.
There's a plank of wood that hasn't been like eaten away.
It's so it has been eaten. You find traces of it. You know how when you scrape something hard against wood, it'll leave a not very noticeable sort of like mark against it. There is a mark like that if you connect the two sides of the door, it goes straight across.
Okay.
Through the handles of the door.
So it was trying to like lock. It was like trying to lock the slime out, or like keep the people in, something like that, right?
That's the best you can surmise. That's what you're able to get.
Is it the plank of wood like on which side of the door?
It's on the outside.
Oh, people here were locked in. So my guessing is crazy cults like, yo, sacrifice for Lord Jubilix right here. That's my guess.
How often can they turn people against their mates?
Who knows? People can do crazy things. But to sacrifice their friends to a demon lord, that's a new kind of low.
It didn't sound like that when they were talking with me. They knew that there was something bad happening, but there was some sort of conversation that was able to happen. Maybe Dad is dead. That doesn't excuse where my mother is.
We'll find her.
They are notable people, right? Your parents. It might be that she's being careful of what she says because there might be other people nearby, maybe children. She doesn't want to then worry. Especially if they'd see her as a community leader of any sort.
Only one of us can actually try to reach out to her, and so far there hasn't been much information about that. Now, has there? And Daytona will look over to you, Esriel.
I'm sorry. I can only. I can send her messages, but if she doesn't give me anything back, then.
Then she's just as fucking dead as him. Right? Because that's the only way that you get messages back is if they're alive.
Or they could just refuse
Not
to
want to see.
respond.
Unconscious, perhaps.
Asleep.
Or simply exhausted.
Yeah.
Or frankly in hiding. If they are clustered together, small group of people waiting for rescue, especially anywhere where there could be enemy troops passing on a road, they would absolutely be quiet.
If they were hiding, then they'd tell us where they are.
Don't you have to speak aloud to say it?
Do you have to speak out loud?
I was going to say,
You
as a
do,
point of
yeah,
order
it's
for
not a-
players, it never says in the sending that it has to be spoken verbally in order for there to be a response.
Yes,
I'm so used to having one other party member count the words or something.
The global consensus is that it is a verbal thing because even though you're receiving the message in your mind, it's not telepathic. Because you have to actually say the words out loud when you're casting sending to send a message.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's like you're using a telephone. You're literally talking to somebody.
Ring
Fair
ring.
enough.
Although I will say you guys do have a way of
Locate.
Yeah.
Locate.
Door salesman.
Would you like to cast locate?
Yes.
Okay.
By locate, I mean scry.
Okay. So you take the ring into your hand for a moment, and as you concentrate, you're used to kind of being jettisoned when you're scrying. This time it's almost just like you're running across the ground. You find yourself making your way quite a bit of ways from the church. You surmise roughly 3.5 hours. Still within Swinden, but quite a distance away. You start to see what looks like the same sort of tar but bubbling and roiling, like almost like in waves, like the ocean. You find yourself being pulled downward into the muck itself. can't quite
Ooh.
tell how far down. But as you continue moving further and further down, I'm checking something real quick. You see what looks like a mound of that same tar. Much larger and very similar to the creature that had just visited you before the fight. With strands of ichor that tie between loose bonds on its body and 30, 40 plus eyes, several mouths across its body. You look around in your immediate vicinity and you see hooded figures. All of them kind of sat in quiet praise of the creature. And as your vision gets pulled, you see another hooded figure. And focusing in more on it, you do notice Algernon. His eyes are completely glazed over. You see he is holding what looks like a ceremonial bowl in his hand that has this caustic blue bubbling substance in it. And he just stands there, eyes fixed forward, jaw a bit slacked, seemingly unable to move. And then your vision pulls back.
Oh boy. Well, I will relay this to the party.
While this alive, whatever we're dealing with isn't good.
Make a perception check for me, Israel.
I'm good at that. I just stopped saying that because I keep jinxing myself.
Yeah, this would have been
Oh my god. That what?
retrospectively. You're muted.
$25?
25? Okay, so based on just what you were able to see in the actual area itself, you surmised maybe there were another, counting all the hooded figures that you saw, with Jublex, you surmised maybe about another 15, 18 in total with Jublex.
15, 18, what was that?
Hooded figures with Jublex.
Oh.
Huh.
And then we jump back to present as we're relaying all this to all of you.
Yep.
Which direction?
Which direction?
It took you north by northwest.
Yep. Northwest? About?
Did you remember the layout well enough to know a route that would get us there? Maybe one that does not go over particularly low ground? Apologies for background noise. The cat has become a dice goblin and is actively attacking them.
No problem.
Dice gun.
Make a perception check again, Ezra.
I'm bad at that. It worked. 30.
30. So you're moving pretty fast. But with the glimpses that you were able to catch, the area is very heavily tarred up, even more so than what it is out here, seeing as that is you surmise the source of what started all this. However, because of how well you rolled, I would say you would find enough. You would be able to see enough paths as scrying doesn't necessarily take the most optimal path; it just takes the most direct path.
Yeah.
I'd say you could roughly cut your guys' travel to that location by, I'd say maybe 45 minutes, just being able to see that there are some areas that the scrying spell was kind of avoiding.
Okay.
But ways that you can cut time down. So you could cut time about 45 minutes.
Did he seem in dire straits?
Make an insight check. Muted. Actually muted in Discord.
Spicy.
22?
22. You know for a fact that the glazed over eyes means that he's most likely been dominated. In terms of dire straits, you're not really sure what these people were doing. I guess it's really just up to your interpretation of the situation. You did see him holding that prayer bowl with the blue ichor in it. Did it seem like anything was immediately attacking him? No. But again, you're not entirely certain as to what any of that. You're not sure beyond the point of praise and giving worship, what any of that meant. Oh. Luke talking to boyfriend who's sleeping around.
Luke is saying.
What should I do?
You sleep on couch. Luke, you making your boyfriend sleep on the couch?
We'll sleep on the floor very depressedly.
So it's up to your interpretation of the situation, really.
I'm just wondering if we have enough time to
Rest?
Short rest for the benefit of the warlocks in the party.
Oh, I see how it is. You don't want to help out the monk, even though that's how that works.
Do
You
you
get
get
key,
stuff back on
too.
a short rest?
Yeah, I get my
Your
key
key?
back.
You guys could try to get to safer ground and try to take a long rest. You could continue pushing on anyway and just see what happens. You do also know that there are members of the Rome organization that are somewhere out here.
Yeah.
I say we take like a short break, try to find the Rome organization, organize our party again, and attack, and then we attack.
Yeah, because I really don't think it's a great idea to go down in there without having had a long rest.
Yeah,
But,
it's like
we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, just
Like-
fight the god with no spell slots. It's fine.
It'd be nice to have Revivify back.
Yeah.
yeah. I say we take a short rest at least, and we should try and find Rome members. That's
Alright,
my.
so are you taking a rest in here, or are you guys trekking your way back to where you know that there's no slime?
That'd probably be a good idea. Do we have time for that?
I'd say you guys are roughly around 5 p.m. at this point. Trekking back, will take another 2 hours, so you'll hit 7, and at that point, it's probably a good idea to think about long resting.
Okay.
So if you don't want to do that and you just want to take a quick 1 hour breather here, you can. I would recommend if anyone has tiny hut.
Tiny hut time. I'll set up the tiny hut for us.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was gonna be me or you.
I can do it for free, so I think I would be better.
Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and you go ahead and set up the tiny hut. You guys will prepare for your short rest, and we'll go ahead and take a break.
Okay. Well, time for me to recover all my spell slots again.
And so yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So yeah,
Yep.
stay tuned.
I'll be right back.
Welcome back. So,
Hello, hello.
hello, David. Hello, Snail.
Hello.
Hello,
Snail.
Snail. All right. So, as you guys settle into your short rest, thanks to the properties of the hut, the slime actually pushes out from around the bottom, so you'll have a clean surface to sit on.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I recover 9 spell slots.
As you guys
Nine.
are sitting in there, there's moments where the slime begins to almost arc upward as if it's manifesting another ooze, and then it goes back down. The slime around you, though at first seemed stagnant, you see that the slime is actively pressing against the sides of the hut, and almost like slowly slithering, trying to slither up and around it, but not being able to. However, because of the hut, your rest goes unabated, so everyone gets their health back
Yeah.
and any abilities that they need back.
Yeah.
Already rolled,
Right?
as you can see.
Yes, I did. Anyone else rolling for HP?
Oh, I rolled out a client. Do I have to roll in client?
It's fine. Just make sure
Yeah,
you write down how
same.
many hit dice you rolled.
Yeah, I spent a lot.
Same.
Yeah, I spent 2. Wasn't too bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hut is only a 10-foot radius. What's staying outside?
Oh.
Because the Pegasus and Bosco will not be able. Pegasus, Bosco, and Hornet are not going
And
to
Hornet.
be able to all fit into a tiny hut.
Yep.
Pegasus
20
But,
feet.
if you guys want to make 2 tiny huts, one with Dayton, one with Ophelia, I'd say you only have to leave one of your large animals outside.
Obviously the Pegasus, because the Pegasus can fly.
Or Pegasus.
Okay,
Oh,
if you
fuck
that's
you.
Pegasus perches
is
on
that
the
being
roof.
requested by Dayton? Or is anyone gonna request this of Daytona?
I mean, that's up to you. Do you want Hornet to not be covered in slime?
It would have been I assume it would have been a topic that came up.
Mm-hmm.
Just naturally. So this isn't a request. This is, does Daytona want to do it?
I ain't putting my baby boy out in the cold.
Well, it's not really your choice. I'm trying to debate with myself how big of an asshole do I play with this floor or not.
Bosco's probably going to go in the hut with the other party members.
If I allow him.
Well, this is Ophelia's hut.
Okay. So it's Ophelia that's doing it, not me.
No, so you would need to make 2 huts to ensure the safety of both Bosco and Hornet. If you only make one, only one large animal can fit inside. The other 2 will have to stay outside.
Pegasus is fine. It can fly around.
So yeah, the Pegasus. So basically, without a second hut, it's either going to be Bosco or Hornet that gets set
But I'm
up.
asking, are the individuals going to be in the hut in one, and then the animals in the other, or is it going to be a half-half thing?
It has to be a half and half thing. So Daytona would have, because the spellcaster
All
can't
right.
leave the tiny hut.
That completely changes what I had in mind. So yes, the tiny hut will go down for Daytona.
Well, you
And
yeah, I don't believe you can ritual cast it, unfortunately. Unless bards get ritual casting.
nope.
Yeah.
I had assumed I could because we've did it before, but
No, it is a wizard thing. Unless it's a wizard, and if you have the feat for it.
Yes. All right. So, the Pegasus will, more or less, kind of just float around.
Give me a sec. Bards have a ritual casting as part of this. You can cast any bard spell you know as a ritual, if it has the ritual tag.
Oh, so they do have ritual casting.
Okay.
Is
That's
it?
super
No,
useful.
wait, it's a ritual caster. No, my bad.
Okay.
They don't.
All right. Well. All right. So, as you guys go ahead and conclude your short rest, the hut does last for 8 hours, but you have rested.
Does memory drain that negative die? Does that persist until the end of the next long rest, or does that go away after some time?
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. We try and fight fucking Jublex with that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that seems like a good thing to know about ahead of time.
Trying to find it right now. Sorry. There it is. Finishes a short or long rest.
Cool.
So, those of you who were memory drained, your minds don't feel as heavy and as light anymore. And you're fully back.
Ooh. Phew.
Yay.
You should also roll some hit dice for a Bosco.
Does Bosco have hit dice?
How that work for animals, Eric?
How does Bosco heal himself?
How does the horse heal itself?
Talking to somebody.
Okay, we wait. Respectfully.
Oh, we wait.
No, sorry, my sister was coming in to ask me if I could go get lunch, and I told her it would be a moment, and she was standing in my room. I'm like, I don't know if I don't have COVID. Get out of my room.
You don't want your sister to get sick with something else again for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's been a year. Alright. So. What do you guys want to do?
We were asking about how animals heal themselves.
It's hit dice.
What's their hit dice?
Yeah, I
Bosco has
don't have
D10s.
hit.
How many
Okay.
How many d10s does he have?
Chris, I want you to look at Bosco's hit points and then look directly to the right of that.
Okay.
40. Well,
14
14 D10.
It's 14 d10, and then you add his and then for each roll you add his Constitution modifier.
What about Hornet?
Same properties. Look
Okay.
at the name, and then look slightly to the right. You look at the HP and look slightly to the right, and then add your roll it whatever the die is plus Constitution.
1.
So wait, if I were to do short rest with Hornet, that's a D10, I guess?
Yeah, d10.
Okay.
Several 1d10? Several
Hornet
d10, right?
Hornet can spend up to 3d10 plus his Constitution modifier.
Okay. 3. 9.
That's
15
bad.
plus
Plus 9.
3.
No,
15 plus 9.
'cause it's
Okay.
Plus 3 for each roll.
So that would be 24.
24. Alright. Checking one more thing. I'm checking something for Jubilex.
Macareno. Hi.
Okay. So at the end of the hour, I need a wisdom saving throw from Dayton and Hornet.
Are we still
Advantage.
under the effects of Hero's Feast?
You are still under the effects of Hero's Feast.
Well then.
Believe you.
This D10, well, D20 I mean, and this one. Oh, hey. I rolled a 19 for that one. So that means for Daytona, that's a wisdom saving throw of 20. Flat.
So Daytona is no longer, for the next 24 hours, Daytona cannot be any longer affected by the madness of Jublex. However, you do retain the madnesses you've already acquired until a time period is up.
Of course, I can't roll shit for wisdom when it needs for it now, so that's a fail for Hornet. I rolled a 10 plus 1 for wisdom.
Hornet.
What roll do I need to beat in order to go ahead and do that? I'll just say that right now. If it's a plus 1 to wisdom, what would I need to roll?
You need a 17.
16 plus. Yep.
No, he needs to roll a 17.
Oh.
It's an 18 plus that saves against the madness.
No, I mean like he rolls a 16. Oh, okay, 18 plus.
Yeah, he has to get an 18, yeah. So on the die, he has to roll a 17.
I'm going to lose the horse eventually. It's going to be awesome when Hornet just starts eating me out of madness. It's going to be great. And I'll have to put it down, and it will be a fucking old Yeller moment.
Well,
I'm
excited. I refuse to part with any of my possessions, so Hornet will not. Hornet's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot harder to doff Hornet's armor when you have to take a rest.
Is this something? Could I try maybe Arcana or Nature or Medicine even to know if this is something Greater Restoration would be useful with?
Make an Arcana check. Because I need to look this up myself, actually. I don't know if Greater Restoration can affect madness.
That's only 20.
let's see. You can end one effect that charmed or petrified the target. One curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item. Any reduction of one target's ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's maximum hit points. I'm gonna check if madness counts as curses. I don't believe so, though. I would probably rule it because I'm seeing a lot of people who are vexed on it when it's a madness, a developed madness, and a magical madness. I would say you can use. I would say because this is a magically created madness, I would call this a curse. So.
Fair enough.
So I would say Greater Restoration could take this specific type of madness away. A developed madness, Greater Restoration would have no effect.
Okay. In the same way that, like, remove curse. Well,
So how I'm gonna rule this is because this is just Jublex's presence that is causing Hornet and Dayton to fall into madness. This is a magically manifested madness, and as such, I would call it a curse.
is this something we want to do?
Because I don't have the spell slots for that.
I do. I've been mentally assuming that for everything that has a component that gets burned up when it's used from the material requirement, I've been assuming that I have about one of each.
As long as if it is a material component that is burned up, then you would have had to buy it. And if it has as a cost, then just reduce it from the money that you have.
Okay, that's fair. So on the to-do list is at some point figure out the money that I have available.
Okay. I thought you already figured that out. I thought we did your money already.
We did from when I was a guest about a year ago.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to.
Nothing additional.
We'll have to go ahead and redo that. So.
Yeah, but now we know that we can do this after this is all said and done, and we've dealt with the area. Yeah. We don't have to old Yeller Hornet.
Yeah. All right. So. What's the plan?
Looking for crow people.
Okay.
Murder Dayton's dad.
As you guys begin making your way outside, go ahead and make a survival check.
Ooh.
Luke, do the thing.
Yep. Good dance.
Me.
You don't say.
Just one person, or
it can be one. It can be two people or one at advantage.
I would like to be one of the people doing it, if that's okay.
I'm also one of the mans doing the thing.
Guidance on both of you.
29.
You can only have guidance on
one person at a time.
23.
Give it to Nathan. Oh, I already used.
All right. So, you all begin making your way. Are you specifically going to be moving closer to where you know Jublex is to try to find them, or are you trying to stay more on the outskirts?
Are we going directly for Jublex, or are we going for Rome first?
That's what I'm asking. Are you hunting for them closer to Jublex, or are you staying on the outskirts?
I think it would be a better idea to kind of stay on the outskirts so we can we can leave easier when we need to long rest and then come back. You know. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
We might, by doing that, find a good direct way out after. Get people out without having to see the devastation here.
Okay. 29 on the outskirts. Okay. So as you guys are kind of sticking more along the coastline, to try to locate member, you will hear what very faintly sounds like tss, 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 like that. You will hear what sounds like, just something constantly going tss, 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 tss.
Like the sound of a broom?
More like if
Pressure?
you guys to use a
Is it the scraping of claws or?
no
Air compressor?
Oh my god, let me speak. No, it sounds like if you've ever heard someone using it sounds like sparking.
Well, let me go check. Let's check the sparks out.
Trying to make a fire.
It sparks joy.
This one does not spark joy.
This campaign doesn't spark joy.
This campaign sparks sadness.
Sadness and despair.
Alright, so as you guys begin making your way into what appears to be a mostly devoured shop, you hear that sound getting much louder. And as you enter, you will see a massive iron construct facing you, directly facing you. And you will see what looks like sparking, or look like little beads of light that just come off of the back of it.
Can I try to do the knocking rhythm of like two? I forget. It's like do 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 do, but with mage hand.
On the wall.
On the construct, yes.
So as you carefully float it up, you will go gong gong gong, and you will hear a person from behind go, and you will watch as a rather large-looking blue dragonborn with goggles over his eyes will pop out from the back and aim a musket at all of you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put that down. We don't mean any trouble.
Not who you think it is.
Yeah, because I think the one you're thinking of, he's red.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Oh yeah, he's red.
He's a red dragonborn. So this dragonborn will pop out from behind, aiming a musket at all of you.
Friendly, we're friendly.
That down.
His eyes will narrow on you, although you can't quite see it. The goggles stay fixated on you. Make a persuasion check.
I think it's me and Luke, right? That have to do it.
One of you at advantage, or both of you.
Who's the
Luke,
better persuasion?
How charismatic are you, Luke?
I'd say I'm about 3 charismatic. Am I better than you?
I'm about I say like 1 charismatic plus 1 charismatic. So I think it's up to you. Guidance to yourself if you can.
Yeah.
You cannot guidance in this moment. This is.
You begin casting a spell right now.
You are being aimed at. He is fixated on you.
Oh yeah, good point. Go get him, Luke. Guidance his ass.
That cocked it. Hey, stop.
What?
That 20.
Okay, Luke, I believed in you. See, this is the power of friendship.
So he has
the power of friendship.
Musket aimed at you. Slowly pull it back. set it at his side.
So we saved one of your friends recently.
He'll take the goggles and put them up. And you guys immediately notice that his eyes do not have pupils.
You posed for artwork recently, which means you're safe. That's good.
Who all are you?
Strangers mentioned in your journal, something like that. Met some of your friends before, probably talked about us, you know.
You lot.
Yes.
The fuck are you doing here?
This is a friend's hometown. Parents, you know, live here, being invaded by a demon lord.
As you're talking, he goes back. He puts the goggles back over his eyes and goes back to what he was doing on his construct.
So, what you got there? Seems interesting.
It's a golem.
Ooh.
You ain't never seen a golem before.
Have I seen a golem?
Maybe once or twice, but not recently.
We all the fucking idiots for coming here.
Well, we dealt with quite a bit recently. One thing after another. Had to fight Bale recently, you know.
The usual.
Well, and perhaps you will be useful for this. You'll see he'll take a few more moments on the back, and you'll hear a. Alright, well, I guess pleasantries out of the way. You can call me Cole. So everyone else calls me.
It's nice to meet you, Cole.
He'll reach into a pouch on his side and he'll take out a necklace and throw it over his neck. And as he does so, you watch as the necklace begins glowing and the eyes on the golem will... and it'll stand back up. There you are.
Asrael.
Alright. And the rest of you?
Nathan.
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Morton.
Dayton Swan. And apparently the idiot that got everyone here, according to you.
We have to deal with this sooner or later.
Alright. Which kid? I got it. Well, suppose y'all came out here looking for help.
I came here to get my family back.
Good fucking luck with that. Fucking bastard thing is eating so many of these people now. I'm just out here trying to save who I can.
Yeah, and
So
we're
far,
here to
no.
exterminate.
So far, no luck. Alright, well, if that's the case, he'll motion the golem down. The golem will put its hand down for him. He'll step up on it, get up on its shoulder. And it's not like this golem is massive by any means. It's large-sized, but it's big enough that he can comfortably ride on its shoulder. Well, I'll tell you if we find any more of my squad, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help, and I'll do what I can.
Be sure to tell that to the one guy that's apparently passed out the fuck out.
Who'd you find?
Who did we find? That was what I was gonna ask.
His name was Virgil.
Virgil.
Oh, you're still alive, huh?
Barely, but you know.
Can't say I expected that from the reckless bastard.
Yeah, I got the life sucked out of him. Lucky we ran into him.
Well,
only another few minutes and he would have been dead.
Well, if he's alive, once he's back up on his feet, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help.
The rest of the squad, where'd they go?
I guess I'll get you up. Nexeth and Gonch, they made their way towards the east. No, towards the west. They were hoping to find some more survivors over in the more residential areas. I made my way here with some man, human, his name's Fletcher. I haven't seen him in a while. He went out to scout and I'm sure he got himself into some sort of trouble. Carly and Ash, they said that they were going to be making their way more towards the northwest, to more of the thicker areas, seeing if they could find anyone there. And Torvesh, I don't know, I haven't seen him in a while. He was supposed to be back at the base, but based on the fact you didn't see him, I would assume he went off on his own.
Yeah, apparently everyone got into trouble today.
Alright, well, I guess I'll stick with you all for the time being. Whoever you think is the best, you all look like you've seen a little bit of action today. If your clothing is anything to go off of. Which your clothing, even though you've short rested, does still have stains of ichor and some places where it's been eaten away.
Ooh.
Well, we should go after the group of two for. We should probably go after your friend that's missing. Then we should probably go after groups of two afterwards, considering your friend is the nearest one.
Orvesh, over, Nexith and Gonch.
Nexeth, she's a dragonborn. Oldest one of us. She's silver scaled. Gonch, he's pretty big. He's a Goliath. You'll know him when you see him. He's pretty hard to miss. Fletcher's got like braids in his hair.
I'll be right back.
Darker skinned fellow. He's got like yellow eyes. Carly and Ash, the twins. One's half elven, one's just human. Ash got the lower half of the genes. But they got blonde hair, blue eyes on both of them. On the shorter side, about 5'5", 5'4". Torvesh, he's green. He's green skin, or green scale. He's a young one. He likes to keep everyone's spirits up. And seeing as you said he posed for artwork, I assume you found Virgil's journal.
I did. That man's got a real talent. If he survives this whole thing, it'd be lovely to have him doing scientific sketches or something.
Always has been, ever since he was... at least he claims ever since he was a lad.
So, real quick, how do you spell all the names?
Enexeth is Enexeth.
Alright.
Gonch, Gonsh. Cole, his full name is Colvix, 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 but people just call him Cole, so he goes by Cole. Fletcher, Fletcher. Kali, Calli. Ash is Ash. She has a full name, but he hasn't told you it. He just calls her Ash. Torvesh.
Etchem.
Torvesh. And then Virgil, Virgil.
Okay.
Virgin.
Alright, so as you guys make your way out, and begin walking, you will hear the construct with all of its movements will go. Although the slime is muffling its footsteps quite a bit.
Alright.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Shit. It bounced. Oh, that's not good. It's 14.
14, alright.
So 14 and 25, I guess.
So with the 25, about 30 minutes of trekking, you will hear someone pushing things aside. And as you... Luckily, Fletcher is one of the easier guys to save. You make your way over to him. You will see a building has collapsed. And you will see that a man, as described, is currently pinned underneath the building.
Try to Hulk strength him out of there.
So as you hurriedly run over to him, with like some level of, oh my god, this person is pinned, we need to save him. You will see the golem walk over and kind of lean down, and Cole will get like kind of right up to Fletcher's face and be like, "Hey, need some help there, Fletcher?" Looks up. "All right, you smug son of a bitch, you could at least help me out a little bit." He goes, "Oh, sorry, mate. I just finished repairs. I don't know if she'll be able to lift you out of there." Go ahead and make a strength check.
Bit dark. Ooh, that's a 21.
21. Yeah, so you'll reach underneath and you'll begin lifting up some pieces of it, managing to push it off of him.
Don't worry, I got it.
The golem will reach a hand and also begin lifting it up. Oh yeah, the golem's fine. So you and the golem, over the course of about the next 2-ish minutes, will pull all the rubble off, and you'll see him. Thank you. And he'll stand up, and he'll kind of grab onto his braids and start pushing the slime out from him.
I can help with that a bit if you're okay with that. And
yeah, that's fine. Cole, who are these guys? He goes, "Oh, these are the strangers that showed up a while ago." He goes, "Oh, the fuck are they doing here?" Family
Looking
shit.
for you mostly.
Family shit. Looking for you.
You know, family things.
Oh, all right. Well, pleasure. We'll hold out a hand. Name's Fletcher. Fletcher Draunt.
Nathan.
Pleasure.
And
Ed. Go ahead.
Morton, Israel, going by Dayton at the moment. No idea if the bloody Pegasus has a name.
Dayton, the Swan
Ophelia.
Kid. The Swan Kid, right?
Yeah, expert rider and all that.
Interesting. I did some research about you and your family. You're an interesting bunch.
You don't get to choose your family, but you do have obligations to them, yeah?
Fair enough. You guys find anyone? You guys find anyone else? And Cole say, yeah, I managed to find Virgil. Apparently he's resting up. He goes, he's still alive?
Why are you so surprised?
Everybody.
No, I was just surprised as you are.
Shouldn't you be happy that your friend's alive?
Oh, don't get me wrong. We're happy, but we thought he was a goner. Like we said our goodbyes. We made our peace.
Best case scenario, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Don't get us wrong. Like we're more than happy that he's alive. It's just really unexpected. Anyway,
I'll basically fairly quickly prestidigitation the slime out of his locks because that's just not going to be pleasant.
They'll reach over. Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah, did I miss anything? Well, I was gone for like.
We found a man.
Nope, we found the easiest to find person.
Yay, we
I
did
got-
it!
Nice.
Found the easiest to save person, yeah. Well, not the easiest to find, but the easiest to save. He'll kind of brush off his coat a bit. Alright, well, I guess if we're looking for the others, safety in numbers, I suppose. And Nicole will say, what the hell got you pinned under there anyway? And he says, oh, I tried getting a vantage point. And it didn't go well for me.
Building soup?
This one was a bit sturdier than the others, but I guess some of the planks were less sturdy than I thought. Because I got to the ceiling and it basically collapsed. But anyway, yeah, let's keep looking. He'll kind of fix a bit back, and he'll kind of check his inventory. As he pushes his coat back, you'll see he actually pulls out 2 of the same sort of pistols that Umbra uses, and he'll kind of just start shaking them off to get the slime out that he can, and then he'll reholster them.
Prestidigitation on them if he's willing.
If
that seems.
Yeah.
To keep that ignition powder dry.
That would be helpful. Luckily, they aren't loaded right now, but that would be very helpful.
Yeah, sure.
I was hoping that I wouldn't run into any trouble, and I didn't want to spend the time loading up. But I guess if we're making our way, he'll go ahead and reach into a pouch. He'll start loading up the chambers with shot. All right. Well, let's get a move on, shall we? Let's go ahead and make another survival check.
Survival.
Survival. Sir, your Bible. Which ones are you looking for next? Actually, are you still staying on the outskirts, or are you moving towards the center?
Let's move towards a centaur.
You're moving towards Jublex?
No, we're not doing that? Okay.
Kali and Ash were going into a thicker part westward, yeah? And Enexith and Gonch were going for residential. Is that on the outskirts or more close to where Duplex is?
You guys were in the residential. And you know that's more on the outskirts.
Would be close by then. Not want to just do a little bit more on the outskirts, see if we can't run across them.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's have a survival check, please.
Luke, do the thing.
I rolled it already. Oh,
Pep,
I guess
pep,
I can
pep,
add
pep.
that. Guidance. Oh
Pep, pep,
boy.
pep.
Do we get guidance on these?
Well, one person does.
Fair.
You can have it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take the fact of me already rolling it as.
Go ahead. I also rolled the 21 in the roll 20 chat.
Oh, I rolled a 27.
All right.
sounds good then.
But if I have it, that's 29.
Alrighty, so as you guys go ahead and make your way back across back towards the residential, it does take a while, and you guys are starting to approach. Night at this, or starting to approach long rest territory at this point. You begin kind of surveying the area. Do you guys want to go back and try to pick up Virgil? Or are you gonna kind of leave him where you had him resting?
I think.
Was he safe?
I mean, he was in a not swampy area. In a not sludgy area.
I feel like having more people together is better.
Okay. So you go.
But I mean, he was kind of wimpy a little bit.
If we do plan on doing this, I was gonna say if we do plan on doing this, then it will constitute us having to do a long rest anyway, since it would take a lot of time for us to reach back.
Good point. Yeah, I'd honestly, just as a player, I'd forgotten the exhaustion.
So do you want to go pick him up, or you want to leave him where he is and meet up after you guys potentially find more people?
Find more people is my vote.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys go ahead and begin making your way through the residential area, you're not hearing anything immediately. But eventually you will hear what sounds like a loud. Ophelia recognizes it immediately, as it's one of the spells you can cast. It is the Unleashing of a Cone of Cold spell.
Oh no. Is it like directed towards us, or?
No. It's nearby though.
Guys, I hear something. Should probably check it out right now.
Yep.
And I'll point towards that general direction and start running towards it.
As you guys make your way over, you will see what looks to be. A Goliath, a Goliath individual in medium armor, in a medium set of armor, with a halberd, holding a halberd with runics engraved into it. And then you will see a silver older dragonborn. Her hand just pulling back. As you see a frozen solid Ublex right in front of her. No other immediate threats in the area, as it seems like they just finished clearing that off. And as you approach, she'll, in a rather raspy voice, say, I don't understand where these things keep coming from. And you'll hear the Goliath go, well, it's nothing we can't handle, so... Yes, that is what the Goliath sounds like. As you guys approach, you'll see both of them kind of respond to the approaching footsteps. Cole being the first one in this massive, it is riding on his golem, the first one to be seen, waves at them and says, "Alright, you guys still alive." I can't say I'm too surprised about that. Next I have to look over and say, well, it is good to see you, Cole, and I see you've brought friends. And she'll approach, as will Gaunch. She'll hold a hand out to both of you. Nexeth, it's good to meet you. You all look like the individuals who were described to me.
Yep.
It's good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Gaunch will come over. Big smile on his face. Come over, shake each of your hands very, very warmly.
I shake you warmly by the hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
How old is this guy?
Make a nature check.
13 plus whatever.
13 plus whatever? What's whatever?
It's 14.
14 total? Anyone else?
Yep.
Nature checku.
Sure.
The nature cleric make a check? Nah.
I mean,
22.
22.
22. And Nathan, if you'd like to.
24. No. Did not get rerolled.
Physique-wise, he looks incredibly young. Like, he is built. He is, like, he has a great body. Age-wise, you get the sense he's probably pushing his later years as a Goliath.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd surmise probably somewhere maybe early 70s.
Jeez.
But he moves like he's like 20. But she'll and I still say, all right, well, it's good you found us. We just concluded. She'll look over, and as she does so, she kind of takes so she does have a staff in her hand. And she'll kind of flip it in one hand to the back end like a overhead spear, and she'll just smash it into the ooblex, and you'll just see the ooblex go and shatter completely.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Alright, well, we just finished up with these things. Have you, Cole, Fletcher, have any of you had any luck finding anyone? And they'll both say, and Fletcher's like, unfortunately, no. I ran into some complications while I was hunting. Cole say, yeah, the bastard fell through the roof. And as for me, I was working on repairs. She took a lot of damage. And exactly, that's fair. And I say, apparently Fletcher's still alive. And she'll say, oh, that's good. That's very good. Now, where is he? She'll look at you all.
I'm back at home base.
Alright, well,
He needed the rest.
I presume as much. Let's go ahead and...
Garner!
Yeah, let's return back. We haven't had any luck, unfortunately, and it is starting to get late, and I'm unfortunately pretty spent for today. And Cole will say, hey, Gonch, taking care of my old bud? And Gonch will say, you worry too much. I'm taking good care of it. Alright, make sure it stays that way. So, we return to base then, Captain. And she'll smile and nod. As they will begin making their way back to the building that they were using as a base.
Yeah.
I assume the rest of you will follow suit.
Yes.
So as you guys arrive, you will see Virgil still passed out, dead asleep. But arrive you will, and you will see as Cole kind of dismounts the golem, he'll look up at it and kind of give it 2 taps on the arm, and it'll kind of nod in acknowledgement and sort of begin just walking a perimeter around the base. You guys will regroup. As you actually get to the base proper, you'll see Gonch will kind of run downstairs and start bringing up some loose papers and just kind of throw them on the ground. Yeah, I don't suppose we got any firewood left, do we? And next I'll say, I'm not entirely certain. Do any of you have? I know we just met, but do any of you potentially have wood on you, or any way to start a fire? It'd be nice to get some food.
I can.
Let
can
me check
start a
my
fire.
inventory.
Yeah, Cole will say, well, we can always destroy more of these buildings, but the more we do, the more we're kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. If you don't have any, I'm perfectly okay going and tearing off some chunks.
I have a short bow that I never use.
Kindling.
Oh, jeez.
I have my candle of the deep. Fire.
So overall consensus is I guess they'll just go break a building. Right.
Yeah, I could do a perimeter looking for trees or other things that had been knocked down, maybe.
Yeah. I'm not giving anything mine away, regardless of it being Kindle or otherwise.
Yep, so I will say as you guys are finishing, you, Nathan, go off with Cole and kind of do a perimeter. You will create a campfire and some rations will be put out to hang for dinner. As all of you are kind of sitting there. You see Anexeth will say, well, I am very glad again to see that these strangers have come back. And of course at this point pleasantries would have been exchanged, names would have been given. I do apologize you could not come into a better state when you arrived. We've been doing our best, but it is very hard when you're such a small number left.
Well, we have some friends who are wanting to meet you when this is all over.
Is that right? I'd heard the rumors. I was not aware that they were true.
Special forces?
I'm surprised that they have defected.
Not really surprising when you hear the story from them. Apparently they were being experimented on and had shadow clones created.
It's hard to explain, but they're sick of Tremor as much as we are.
Well, it's good to know that we have more allies in this fight.
The more the merrier, I suppose.
Fletcher will speak up and say, well, I mean, if it's true, and special forces are still around, then getting in contact with them should be first priority. After we finish here, of course. I gotta tell you, I'm not too hopeful that we're gonna get any more reinforcements beyond just us. It seems like the Daywalkers have called Swinden a lost territory.
What a use they fucking were.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, they came in and they tried their best to evacuate, but everything.
Only so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do. And after the sludge started expanding, it became harder and harder for rescue missions to be launched. And eventually they just gave up and moved all their resources to defending the people that they'd already saved.
Yeah. Sadly for them, this is a problem we have to deal with right now. Can't afford to have it spread a little bit more than it already has.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out. We still haven't really figured out what the source of all this is. We know where it's coming from, but
did we already figure out in character that it was Jublex?
Yeah, you guys figured out that the center mass of this is Jublex.
Okay. And I'm guessing they don't know about it.
They wouldn't have. You get the sense probably with the limited amount of resources that they have and how they've been prioritizing what they've been doing, they haven't been able to figure out the exact center point of all this yet.
Well, we would like to believe it's Duplex.
NXS the only one who would actually know anything about that. And he's just the demon prince. Interesting. I didn't know that demon princes were able to freely travel to this plane.
I'm sure something's happened that.
Luke died.
That was that was taken care of.
Luke, you cut out right in the middle of it. You froze.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you heard?
I think it's like I'm sure. Or am I wrong, Eric?
Yeah, it was. I'm sure that someone did, and then it cut out.
I'm sure they found a way. Like Bale, there's a lot of light to get rid of.
I'm impressed if you were able to take down one demon prince. And then you will hear Cole say, "Is that what all that? Was that? That I don't know. It sounded like a loud ring. Was?
Yes. This is all being caused by tremor. If you couldn't figure it out by now."
You'll see Fletcher. Fletcher will speak up and say, and you actually see all of them kind of look at each other. I mean, we knew he was bad, but to cause all this, we didn't know that. We just knew that he was killing innocent people, and we didn't want a part of it anymore.
Yeah, but to get demons and devils to work together, that's really takes some kind of skill.
I guess we have a lot more to worry about than we thought. And I guess even more of a reason to take him out.
He's got a perfect world in mind, and he doesn't mind. It doesn't bother him to destroy a pretty good one in the process of making the other.
Yeah,
I don't think he actually is making a better one.
Tremor talked to us about that when we were first sent here. Said we could save our world. Keep the Erupt from taking it over. I've seen the Erupt here. They seem to just be getting stronger and stronger. So I don't know. So I'm sure he lied to all of us.
He might need to believe it.
Probably
for his
looking
own.
cooked on him.
Doesn't mean he's right.
Regardless, something needs to be done about him. And we just need to get out of this. And I'll hear an excess say, in time, we will. We still have some friends who are out there we need to find. But I thought Torvash was going to stay here. Well, if he's not, then I guess he decided that he wanted to go out and hunt for himself. I hope he's alright. Next Seth will speak up again and say, well, for right now, let's just focus on the ones that we have with us. And thank the gods that we are still alive. And she will begin kind of serving rations to everybody. She'll go into her pocket, and she'll, much smaller than yours, David. she'll pull out 3 pocket-sized spell books. And she will begin kind of flipping through them. Fletcher will just kind of stretch, recline, and kind of just lean back on one arm, bowl next to him as he eats his rations for the night. If there's anything you guys want to talk to them about. Any questions you have for them?
I will be off in a corner pointing at weird shapes on the wall with Bosco.
Alright, sounds good.
Nathan is really curious about the other world bit because I believe, like, from the rumors and traces of stuff, he might have picked up that, like, something about that, but it would be just the very faintest bit at most. He might not actually have heard much about that.
If you want to talk to them about it, you just asking them in general, or are you asking one person?
Probably asking... Inexeth is the one who's, like, the most experienced magic user among them that we've seen.
Yeah, Inexeth seems to be a very high-level magic user.
Okay. I would probably ask her about that world later. At the start, though, I'd probably actually, like, probably seek out Ophelia first and just be like, other worlds.
Yeah, I'll probably just, like, give him the rundown, time travel, you know, came from the future.
The Rome organization came from a world that was being overrun by the Erupt. And we're told that through their deeds here, they could stop that world from being a reality. Tremor would have told them that there were certain areas that needed to be removed, or cities that needed to be essentially killed in order to stop what they believed to be the source of all that happened. The special forces were also from the future, but they from what you gathered, they defected pretty quickly when they realized the scope of what was going on, and were captured and experimented on. And yeah.
Okay. So Nathan would want to ask Inexeth. Actually, is it Inexith or Inexeths?
Inexeth.
Inexeth.
Or X.
Inexeth.
Or X if you just want to call her something easier.
Names are important.
Uh-huh.
So he would like to ask her that world that you came from. Did you get the chance to figure out what sort of things they spawned from, or things that would directly stop them from spawning?
Unfortunately, no. However, the Rome organization was formed quite a bit of time after the Erupt became a threat. We did not understand how they worked. In our years of research, we had begun to develop technologies that would allow us to create safe havens and keep the Erupt from harming more innocents. There were only a handful of cities that were able to be used for such experiments, but there was only a single settlement which served as the Rome organization's main hub that was fully protected.
And just because this does seem to be this large plan with demons and devils on the move, did the Erupt seem to be some alternate form of those? Or some very strange...
I am just hearing, eat, 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 eat.
Yep, sorry, the ice cream folks.
The ice cream folks.
I don't actually. No, that's not even the ice cream folks. That's the.
It's either a clown horn or somebody's having a good time.
It's the Mexican cart guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them, but like, oh my god, their stuff is so good.
The elote salesman.
Elotes.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that's what they were called, but they're pretty.
Anyway, sorry, Sushep, say that again. We were just hearing eat.
Nope, it's fair. But yeah,
on the keyboard.
Basically asking, are there things that they've found that would connect them somehow, like the erupt or the magic or the presence of the erupt with devils and demons? Wondering if this is an end game or a protective factor or something that Tremor's doing.
I am not certain as to the nature or their correlations to demons and devils, but let us say that I am very surprised to see other magic users in this time. Magic is very, very difficult to come by in someone in my time, in our time. And people who are blessed with magic very quickly realize what kind of curse it is. Most magic users are consumed by the endlessness of the corrupted weave and become erupt. Those of us who are lucky enough to maintain our sanities become very strong assets to the Rome organization. So for those of you who presume by your reactions are quite a lot of you, if it should get to such a state, I will pray for your souls.
Did they say how far in the future they're from?
No, you never asked.
Well, I'm gonna ask now then.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Roughly from the time period that they understand that they're in, they are roughly 300-400 years in the future.
So I'm still alive then, potentially.
Yeah, they're roughly 300 to 400 years in the future from you.
If I get
Angel's actually a secret Rome member from the future. That's who we had to fight. That's the final boss.
You eventually run into your older self.
Yeah.
They touch it, it becomes a time cop situation where two instances the same person can't be in the same place.
Yes.
We're gonna have to fight Punished Ezreal.
Punished Ezreal.
He has like an eye patch and everything. And a robot arm.
I did love just during that spiel at a game when Nathan, both Sushep and Ezreal and Luke, both of you are like, oh. Huh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, if I see anything scary and think, maybe I should be at home instead. Nope, that's not a thing happening anymore.
There is and magic is a lot more fickle of a resource, of a power. It is easier and harder to use. I don't know if you've come across any members of our organization besides Matthew, but Matthew is a special case. Who have their throats, who have a cut across their throats.
One. I forget his name. It was the Eldritch Knight we fought way back in the tower with the crab monster.
That was
Commander Faye? Captain Faye?
Captain Faye.
Yeah, Captain Faye.
Captain Faye, yes, I knew him. Wasn't a very nice individual. But, magic is easier to cast in our time in the sense that we do not need to speak when we use magic. It is a thought.
that's very helpful.
But it becomes harder in the sense that a precautionary measure that is taken is to remove the ability to speak accidentally. Arcane words and casting in itself carries with it a direction and a flow of magic. Speaking words makes it much easier for you to be targeted. And as such, magic users are supposed to have their vocal cords removed, making them unable to speak. That way they do not accidentally jeopardize a mission. She'll kind of lift her neck and say, the process was started on me, but situations arose where it was not able to be finished. And you will see, similar to in the painting, she does have cut marks, but they're not across the throat completely. It is just about here.
Sounds a little extreme.
It is a necessity that all of us understood when we joined the organization. Extreme, yes, but I have seen situations where people who did not undergo surgeries spoke words and got their entire squadron killed. It is as if you were lighting a beacon to yourself. In this time, however, it does not seem like the Eruptor evolved to that point yet.
Bombed. They're already dangerous enough as is. Can't imagine them even being even more.
Well, in this time they act as feral beasts. In my time they act as an organized unit.
Do they take more human forms, or...?
Roughly, yes. But they are much more intelligent. And they are continuing to evolve.
Adopting a hierarchy, perhaps?
Not to that extent. They have the freedom, unlike these that we have been able to study. They have the freedom of not having to move in a pack. They can gather information, retain it, and communicate it back to the rest, which makes it much harder for us to set up safe havens.
I can imagine.
Well,
Go on.
Does the source of the magic matter at all?
From what we are able to understand, no. Gods, it does not matter if you get your power from a god, from your own studies, from your family, or from a gift, such as, I believe, Jeremy gets his power from another source, not of a god. All are condemned to the same fate.
Call me crazy, this might just be a theory, but I believe I know where the erupt come from. We're about to deal with it.
You do? She looks at you, and actually all of them look at you.
It's just a theory, but I believe it has something to do with Jublex. You know, Lord of Oozes.
That will definitely make sense for some of the Erupt here. For the Erupt in the future, I suppose if they evolved from these creatures, then... well, that's definitely an interesting theory, and one that I am more than eager to try out.
No, they're not.
Looks over.
No, they're not from Udliek. We've seen them before. We were friends with one, unless you forgot. We should have killed that black fuck when we had the chance. But of course, that's always, you think about it and then you never do. You plan for it and you put years in your life and it gets tossed aside. It's not a big deal. No, everything's. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted. Just don't mind me. I'm just having a good time over here.
Fletcher will speak and say, you look like you're having a great time.
Right?
Look, war's hard on all of us. And I'm sure this being your hometown and not knowing where your family is, I'm sure it's hard on you. But look, you let yourself get lost in those you let yourself get lost in those thoughts, and you're gonna end up dead. You gotta focus on the here and now. I understand it's hard. I've lost family too.
I've been very focused on the here and now. What I've been focused on the here and now is that I no longer have a business to turn into, meaning for all of my life, having to hide who I am is pointless. It means that for the longest time I could have been who I could be to discover who I am, but that's been taken away. I don't have a home, or at least I won't have a home the longer this keeps up. And if we don't take care of Oubliette, there's a good chance that my parents will die. If not because of them being slowly eaten away by him, but because of them being mental slaves, if the description that Esriel gave me is correct. I'll have lost it. A lot. That's my down.
Nathan will circle round to sit next to you.
You don't need to hide who you are anymore. I know it's years too late. It might feel like you've wasted all your time being someone you're not, but...
Oh, you're certainly one to talk.
Better late than never.
You can live hundreds of years. What do I have? I got maybe a good 60. If I really take good care of myself. And even then, good fucking luck at the end of the world. I won't even be able to get that chance if that happens. Forgive me for sounding better.
I've lost so much time already. 50 years of my life as a slave in the Underdark. Another maybe 20 or 30 trying to recover from that. And I know I still have years and years and years to go. Who says I want that? Why would I want to live 700 years when all my friends are going to die before me? I'm going to lose all of you, and I'm going to have to deal with that for 500 years.
You know, you sound a lot like Ollie.
You sound a lot like Fred. You would have liked him. I'll tell you about him later, probably. That seems like more of a private conversation.
I guess my point is, you still have time. You can discover who you are. That's never going to end. You're never going to stop discovering new things about yourself. You're never going to stop growing and changing, and I think that's beautiful. You might have feel like you've wasted so much time, but you haven't. You've been growing this whole time, and I don't know.
Fletcher will speak up and to specifically Daniels and say, "Look, say you lose everything. Say you got nothing left in this world but yourself. At least you got the opportunity to try to build from it. If nothing else. We don't. In our world, there is no building. There is no opportunity to figure out who you are. I was 7 years old when I came into the Rome organization, and it's been my life for the past 18 years. We don't get the opportunities. We lose everything, and everything stays lost, and we just keep losing. But we find a way to push forward. We have to keep pushing forward. You have an opportunity after all this is done to make something out of your lives. That's a privilege none of us have known.
Doesn't change the fact that I still believe the Oubliette theory is bullshit.
Well,
maybe
just
it
a
is.
theory.
But you have your set goals in front of you.
I don't have
You have an
anymore.
opportunity to get your parents. You have something.
Unless they're already gone. I was made to believe they were already gone. Now there's a chance they might be back. But even then, do I really want to? Do I want to be in that spot again? Do I want to?
Why would you have come here if you already thought that they were gone, if you didn't want to save them?
Because I hope my mom was still alive.
Is she?
And now even then, I don't even know.
You have the opportunity here to actually save not only one, two of your family. And you're really gonna throw your mind to the wayside.
It can take years to fully process a major loss. You've been through hell. Our hells are different. Dayton, or Daytona. There's going to be a time when there's you and the people who are close to you making the life that you want to make then, and shaping things that are not things we can picture now, because right now we're in the middle of a very harrowing and frankly dangerous and ludicrous situation. But the only way to get to that better future where you have a small quiet space with your horse tack and your days out riding and family and friends who visit occasionally, the only way to get there is to push on through the misery that is now. And that doesn't mean that you're weak or bad. for being overwhelmed, or for feeling that it's hopeless now. I get where you're coming from, to Fletcher. I get where you're coming from. There are times and places where you have to just set that aside. But there's no imminent threat in this moment. No person with an arrow knocked directly. And taking an hour or two to sit with it, there are worse things. And I'll make hot cocoa, which is warm chocolate flavored water, because prestidigitation can have multiple effects for an hour.
Right.
And I'll hand it to.
Yeah. He'll kind of just sit in silence. And Fletcher will speak up one more time and say, look, one of the keys of the mantra of our organization is to perform a miracle. We're the only ones who can do it. And I think with all of us, we have the potential to do something great here. It's all about mindset. If you believe you can do something, there's a greater chance it'll happen. But the moment you start doubting yourself is when things start to go wrong. Anyway, go get up, stretch. I'm gonna hit the hay. Gotta be sore tomorrow. And he'll make his way back into the house and into the trapdoor. Cole will say, I'm gonna stay up a little bit longer before going to bed. Just make sure everything's safe, and we'll at least have a constant patrol going so you lot can get some rest if you need to. Next Seth, I'm sure you're pretty tired. She'll say, I believe that I will do well with some rest. I'll get the hut set up, so when you're ready, you can come inside. Well, appreciate that. They'll look over and see Virgil. I think he'll be okay out here. Don't want to disturb him if he's that tired. He's done a lot. Gaunch will just kind of quietly get up, make his way over to the house. Not go underneath, but he'll kind of open the hatch, kind of just stick his hand in for a moment. He'll grab onto something, and then you'll see he has one of those loose bedrolls that was left behind in there. He'll just kind of unfurl it and lay down on it. She'll go over, NXeth will go over and cast her tiny hut.
Should I prepare for trouble?
Should you make it double?
Really debating on making it double right now.
Let's go, that's right.
Prepare for trouble. Cast Simulacrum and make it double. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that, but I'm still on the fence about it. Okay. We're probably gonna end it around here,
yeah,
right?
As everyone's getting ready for bed, we're gonna end it.
Yeah, it's 3.
We're gonna end the session here.
I'll stay up for a bit, keep watch, and then go to bed.
Alright. So we'll
Daytona will be casting Tiny Hut for herself. Yeah. And will actually bring out all of the supposed garbage, but to her is
treasures.
Whatever treasures and remnants of a town that could no longer be standing.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave it off for there, just in case there is any... we'll pick it back up from this moment next session, just in case there's anything anyone thinks of that they want to talk about to people or anything they want to ask. But we'll pick this up next Saturday. And next Saturday, I believe, is the week before Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
Oh yeah. Now that I'm free, I'll probably buy my stuff.
I would recommend to anyone who has not yet bought their Secret Santa stuff for their respective people to do it now, because I think it would be for the best that we all have our gifts on that Saturday so we can open our Secret Santa stuff.
I have Amazon Prime, so my guy will probably get it.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend that.
Probably.
Even with Amazon Prime, some things have still gone into back order. So I would highly recommend whoever you're getting for, just buy your stuff now so we can make sure that it gets there on Saturday so we can do our Secret Santa opening.
And I expect mail to still be slow for a very long time.
God damn it! I hate everything.
This is why I was telling you not to procrastinate, because
No. It's not even okay, Eric. It's not even that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that my thing is still temporarily out of stock, and I hate everything.
Oh.
It's like I've been waiting for it to come back in stock, but no. It's a bitch.
Alright, well anyway, we will pick this up next Saturday with Secret Santa, and good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
I'm so mad.
Everything below.